Hello, good evening. This is Emmanuel Ouma, and this is my YouTube video. I'll be uploading it in some few minutes after this, and of course this is my first video, and therefore before I start telling you what I have for you today, I will quite humbly request you to subscribe to my YouTube channel at Emmanuel Joseph and click at the bell that is there, so that each and every time I drop a video there, then you get notified. So let's move swiftly and for what I have for you this day. So I want to put the relationship between China and Africa on the spotlight, because one thing that is for sure, China is taking no chances in the continent of Africa. For example, Johannesburg, South Africa, the most industrialized city in Africa, and so far the wealthiest city in Africa. China is not taking chances there. There are numerous construction sites that are going on there, and of course mining, just name it all. And by the way, one thing that I of course I went to the ground there and interviewed some of the South Africans who are working there, and there was some mixed reaction, you can tell. And one thing that came out clearly is that people are not quite sure of the what do we call it, of the something guy nimesahau manze hebu mniambie of the catalog that was written down by South African government and China. Just leave it at that point. Let's go to Kenya. A $3.1 billion phase 1 of SGR is complete by now, and the president there, Honorable Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, said that phase 2 will commence from Nairobi through Nakuru to Kisumu, and of course that one will cost about $1.5 billion, making China so far the largest lender to the Kenyan government. And by the way, paying the debt was forgiven to Kenya for 5 years. So after 5 years, it is just a matter of wait and see of what will be happening in those days to come. And one thing, there's an uproar that the not the Attorney General, but the Auditor General, I beg your pardon, Dr. Ouko, came out clearly and said that Kenya is risking to lose one of its port when, if at all, it won't be able to pay that debt. But again, if I may just pose this question, is this a debt trap of China to African countries, or is it a win-win situation for both parties, that is China and African countries at large? There's a question that you might just be pondering about, but one thing that is for no doubt is that SGR is a win for China. Whether it will be a win for Kenya, that one time will tell. And just something that's very interesting, Sri Lanka had to give one of its port, that is in 2017, to China for a 99-year lease, so that China can govern that, because apparently Sri Lanka was unable to pay China its debt. Then that one gives an alarm for that. And recently, of course, Nigeria borrowed a lump sum of money from China, and I if I may just put it clearly, Djibouti is a country in the eastern part of Africa, and it is struggling with debt, because apparently the ratio of its debt to GDP is 70%, which is something very, very risky for a developing country such as Djibouti. Then I think we should start sitting down and ask ourselves questions, that why is it that China is putting a debt trap for Africa as a continent, and or is it that it will be a win-win situation? And as for my part, then I cannot say much, and I'll just go and do some of my research in the ground, and then get back to you on this topic, because I'll be doing another video on Friday over the same. So just keep it locked there. And of course, my name is Emmanuel Ouma, and again, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.